Yo, it's Jess here. Nice to see you again. How have you been? It's been a while, but I'm back and I'm ready to talk about my working experience in Japan. And I just thought it's interesting to share that because I've been getting a lot of questions and messages on Instagram. And yeah, I thought let's do a video about it because it is really different to working in Europe. Like I have work experience in Germany and Switzerland. So yeah, it's interesting to compare. I really want to ask you guys for input on certain topics. I want your questions and I want to reply to your questions and the things that you are interested in. So either comment on this video or send me a message on Instagram. So far I've been replying to I think almost all of them.
Or you can join the live stream this Thursday. See you there.
That would be great. And we can build up this community together and just share our experience, which I think is very, very benefiting. Let's start. I came to Japan in February 2020 and I was here on a working holiday visa. So why is the visa important? The visa is important because it determines what kind of work you are allowed to do and what kind of work you're not allowed to do. So that's why your type of visa is crucial. It's very important. There are different types of visas. I've talked about it in another video. I will be linking it up here or up here. The working holiday visa is, how should I say, very easygoing. You can basically do anything you want, except working in the night industry. That includes bars and clubs that are open after midnight. I came here on a working holiday visa and the first month I did not work at all. And then I got a job as a waitress in an Irish pub. So how did I get this job? Well, very easy. My housemate, I used to live in a share house in Adachiku, and my housemate, she's from France, and she came to me and she said, Jess, I'll be returning to France soon, and we are looking for another part-timer. And I was like, should I be working or not? Because financially I was still fine. I actually planned to come to Japan and just take a break from working. But then I thought, why not once or twice a week? It's good to get a routine and get out there, meet people. So I went for it. Then I was a little bit stressing out because I can be a perfectionist, especially when it comes to like my resume and, oh, bye Luna. I got a template for a Japanese work application, yeah, and I basically filled it out, but in English, because I was thinking I could have asked the agency I came with to Japan to translate everything, but then I thought there is no point because then they think I'm like fluent in Japanese and I didn't want that, so I wrote everything in Japanese. Also, usually you are supposed to dress very, very formally, but I was told I can come casually, so in casual clothes. So I came kind of like in regular clothes, but just a little bit more fancy. But it was pretty colorful because I heard that they're very open about it. So I arrived there and I met Shige-san. Shige-san is the owner of the pub and was my boss. And it was really nice because my housemate was at the job interview, so I had a person I knew, and Shige-san had a friend joining the interview who is bilingual in Japanese and English. So we talked about like the kind of work I was gonna do and if I had any experience in working in a pub or a restaurant or anything like that. It was very casual, very nice. Shige-san is the kindest person I've met here in Japan. I love this man. Even though I don't work there anymore, I had to quit the job at the Irish pub because my current visa does not allow me to work as a waitress. So I had to quit, but I went there just recently for my birthday and The people over at Grafton are just like my family, and I refer to Shige-san as my older brother because he's the same age and he's, how should I say, he's so kind and looking after me sometimes. So yeah, it's really like a family kind of feeling. The overall experience at Grafton, working with a Japanese boss, a Japanese manager, and then I had a French co-worker and another Japanese co-worker, was really interesting, and it was fun, and the job did not require you to have Japanese skills. But I've learned a lot of Japanese there because you can't expect your customers to speak to you in English. Some of them will, but some of them just simply can't or don't want to. And I understand, because speaking in a language that is not your mother tongue is challenging, and after a tough day of work, you might not be in the mindset to do so. And I made friends there as well, and some of the customers came to my birthday party as well. I had some of them here as well, and it's just really nice. And my overall experience at Grafton, working as a waitress in an Irish pub, was amazing, and I really loved it. And the stuff I had to do was just basically learning how to make drinks, how to serve orders, how to take orders, cleaning, like all these like the standard things. But I've never done that before, so it was really, really exciting for me, and I really, really enjoyed it, and I really appreciated that time. So if any of my Grafton people are watching, if it's either my co-workers or my customers, here you get a heart. Another part-time job I started in September last year was part-time teaching. I started teaching German. That was quite interesting and also very well paid, or it's very well paid because German is not a language that a lot of people can teach here. How did I get this job? Well, that was actually really interesting because I started worrying about my visa expiring, and I wanted to stay in Japan. So I reached out in a Germans in Japan group about my degree and like my work experience, and if it is possible to get a work visa with these requirements. And then a person reached out to me and said, hey, I need a German teacher and your qualifications fit what I'm looking for. Would you want to meet up? And I was like, yeah, sure, let's meet up. And then I got a job as a German teacher. So that is the other part-time job I started, and I'm still doing this up to this day because with my working visa, I'm allowed to teach. So, fine. So now there is another thing. I created a company with someone. My company offers services for children. I mainly have children of the age of like 2 to 5, 6 years old at the moment, but we are expanding. The special thing is that I go to the family's home, and this is where I teach, either in their living room, in their kitchen, or whatsoever. And I'll be teaching groups of 1 to 4 kids, and it is really fun. I really enjoy kind of like being my own boss and deciding for what my conditions are, and also how I teach and the style of teaching. Another service my company offers is like we are providing services to schools, and that means I'm also working at other schools. That I do have a lot of experience working for different schools and companies, but everything focused around language teaching, because this is my profession, and that's the profession I had before coming to Japan. I worked as a teacher and a social worker for nursery schools, high schools, and primary schools. So yeah, that is what I did. I know that my work experience here is very unique because I kind of like went from one part-time job to the other, and then I got contacted, and then I found joy in teaching again, and then I met someone who was like, I want to create a company, and I was like, yeah, let's do it together. So now I have my own teaching business, which is incredible, which is crazy. I never thought I would do that and I never thought I would be my own boss. But as I said, for me, going abroad has helped me and opened so many new doors I did not see back home when I was like surrounded by the same environment, the same routines and everything. I loved my life before, and I love my life now. I love my life now, and I love my friends. I love my family back home, and it's not like they held me back, because the only person who's holding you back is yourself, I think. If you let someone get between you and your dream, it's you who's letting that person get in between, unless it's really like a physical situation where someone like literally holds you back. I'm not talking about that, but like mindset wise, I realized I wanted a change. I came to Japan to change things. I thought I would go back, but then Corona happened and I couldn't go back. And then I met a lot of amazing people. I had a lot of self-reflection going on. And here I am, 1.5 later, after coming to Japan. I created my own company. I am my own boss. And if I fail, if the company fails, I might lose a lot of money, but I know I can always get this back. I can always work again. Or if I fail in Japan, I can always go back home. There is always a place to go back to.